Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about the divisions and the rules for each event. First off, on the full format events, the 3 qualifiers and the finals, men's open division ages 39 and younger, you will be required to carry a 25-pound pack for all shooting aspects of the weekend, and you're responsible for your own pack and making sure it's got the weight in it. Men's masters ages 40 to 49, also a 25-pound pack. Supermasters ages 50 plus, 15-pound pack. In the women's open division, ages 39 and under, 15-pound pack. Women's masters, ages 40 to 49, also a 15-pound pack. Traditional division, you will be wearing the pack that corresponds with your age and gender. So if you're a male competitor that's under 39 years of age, you'll be wearing a 25-pound pack. If you're a female competitor that's under 39 years of age, you'll be wearing a 15-pound pack. If you're a male competitor over 50, you'll be wearing a 15-pound pack. So the weights of the pack in the traditional division are going to correspond with the age and gender of the open divisions, the men's and women's open divisions. Young adult ages 15 to 17, 15-pound pack. The youth division ages 12 to 14, no pack is required. If the kids want to wear a pack, stick a bottle of water or something in there so that they can have the feeling that they're part of the entire weekend and what we're doing, but no weight is actually required for their packs. The cub division or the mini alpha division, ages 7 to 11, also no pack is required. It's important to note, I will be releasing the guaranteed payout schedule prior to the first event, and that's going to hold through for all the qualifiers and also the finals. Payout will be on there. There's going to be divisions that only have guaranteed payouts for 1 or 2 places. What's important to note, if those divisions have the appropriate number of shooters or enough shooters, we will pay out more places. And the way that the places are paid out are as follows. A division must have at least 5 competitors, up to 5 competitors, you get 1 place. Once you hit that 6th competitor, we pay out the 2nd place. Once we get to the 11th competitor, then we pay out the 3rd place. So basically, again, 1 to 5 competitors, 1 place. 6 to 10 competitors get paid out 2 places. 11 to 15, 3 places, and so forth. If there is, again, the women's masters division is an accepted and recognized division. However, if there's only 1 or 2 ladies in that division, I'll always talk to them to see if they want to compete in the women's open class for more prizes. If they want to compete just in that division, they're okay, they're able to. However, the payback is going to be followed the guaranteed payout schedule, and then second to that, it's going to follow the 1 to 5 rule. As far as the events go, each full format event has 2 portions to the event. The first part being the qualifying rounds. Okay, in the qualifying rounds, you're going to be shooting a 10 target, marked yardage, bow hunter scenario 3D course. Packs will be on for all shots. If we introduce a ground blind shot, that's the only shot you can take your pack off for the entire weekend. Again, 10 target, marked yardage. Scoring is as follows. We run a par plus plus game. What that means, par plus is like your normal 12, 11, 12 for a bonus ring, and then down 10 ring, 8 ring, 5 ring, etc. We do a handful of targets are bonus option targets. For example, you may have the option to shoot at a target from a kneeling position for 2 bonus points. So if you decide to shoot that, you score the animal like the arrow lies, but because you took the added bonus, you take 2 bonus points on that shot. Another possible scenario could be a yardage judging station. You may walk up to the stake and look at the target. There'll be a judge there. They'll say, do you want the bonus option, which is to judge for this target? You can look at the target. No, I'm not comfortable judging that target, so I'm going to shoot it for par, and you will not get the bonus options. However, if you decide to judge it, you'll have to judge the target and shoot it, and just like before, you'll get 2 bonus points and then score the arrow as it lies on the target. So the judge in that scenario will then give the shooters that don't want to judge the distance. The scoring is 12, for the bonus ring, the center IBO bonus ring, we scored as 12. 10 for the 4.5 to 5 inch tin ring. The vitals is 8. Anything outside of the 8 ring is scored as a -3. A miss is still a 0. So that's where our scoring is very unique to our game, because we have a bonus plus option, and then on the negative side, if you wound an animal, it's negative points. That's for your 10 target 3D round. In addition to that, we're going to be shooting 1 to 2 rounds on the head-to-head course for qualifying score. We introduced this at our finals in 2018 for format. So essentially what's going on is one portion of the group is going to be shooting on the 10 target 3D course. The other portion is going to have some rounds on the head-to-head course. We will randomly place you against other shooters, possibly in your division, possibly not, for score. Basically, these head-to-head rounds are for time. Once you get your run time, we go adjust your run time for scoring, which I'll go over in a second. Then you're going to get an overall time, and it's going to get handicapped to where you get points allocated for your run time. We combine that with your 3D score, and then we flight everybody. There will be a predetermined number of shooters that bump forward into the head-to-head brackets. Events that get large enough numbers, not everyone's going to go through the shoot-off. Events that are still in that acceptable range of where we've been seeing numbers, then everyone still may go forward into the shoot-off rounds. We will disclose that before we start the rounds, though, so you guys know going into it what place you need to try to achieve to be into the next portion of the bracket. So round 2, the head-to-head rounds for scoring. The scoring is as follows for the qualifying portion and for the final shoodown in the bracket. You're going to have a 5 target mirror image course. Competitors are going to be shooting against each other. They're going to be wearing their day packs, and you're allowed to take a 6th arrow, a mulligan arrow. So 5 targets, all marked yardage. Shots are usually between 15 and 40 yards for qualifying rounds or qualifying events. At our finals, we usually bump it out a little bit further. There's going to be 1 mild to medium physical element between each shot. You will be allowed to have a spotter that is allowed to look through binoculars, tell you, where the arrow impacted. They'll be able to hold your bow and your arrow. They cannot load or knock an arrow for you. The arrow can, if you have a capture rest, can be placed inside the capture. However, the arrow still needs to be loose and not knocked on the string. Part of what we're doing with our event here is teaching you to understand in a heightened excitement, scenario like that, what it's like to do the fine motor skills of knocking an arrow and getting ready for the shot. So that's part of what you, the shooter, still needs to be able to do. The judge can tell you, hey, shoot another one or don't shoot another one. That's up to you and your spotter to go over. Once you shoot, hand your bow to your spotter, proceed to the next physical element, and then come back, receive the bow and the arrow. We are going to hold you to keeping your spotter holding your bow in between shots and making sure they give you an arrow, for the reason that we do not want to have a dry fire on the range. If you have a dry fire, then you, for safety reasons, the shooter's going to be done. So hand your bow to your spotter, next physical element, receive your bow and your arrow, knock, and shoot. You also need to move your own sight. Spotters cannot move your sights. As far as the first part, again, you're going to be timed from start to finish, and then we're going to go down and score arrows. A break on the clay pigeon target is no penalty. A miss outside the clay pigeon target but inside the 8 ring is a 20-second penalty. Outside the 8 ring or a miss is a 40-second penalty. So we'll go through, score your arrows, give you a total adjusted time, and that's going to be your final time moving forward for that round. Once we get into the bracket portion of the event, lowest time moves on. It's important to note, the clip that holds the clay is part of the clay. If you damage the clip, break the clip, and the clay falls to the ground, it will be scored as a break. If you just chip the clay and it doesn't completely break, it's still considered a break. The judges are the only ones that go down to score arrows. So it's a judge's call whether there was a ding in the clay or not. If the arrow looks like it's resting against it, the first thing they're going to do is pick up the clay and look to see if the paint's chipped off of the clay. If there is no visible damage to the clay, it's going to be scored as a miss or an arrow that's a 20-second penalty, and we're going to move on from that. So again, 5 targets, 6 arrows, one mild element between each shot for time. In the event that there's a tie on the total adjusted time, we will go to most clays broken. Okay, most bullseyes hit is going to be the winner. That will be the first tiebreaker. So that's in a nutshell the format of the weekend. The one element we will be adding to the 3 qualifiers and the finals this year is a team event. In the team event, we're not going to take pre-registration for the team event. Pre-registration needs to be done the day of the event. And what we're going to be doing is it's going to be teams of 2. We're going to post the acceptable team divisions that are going to be available. Teams of 2, it's going to be $20 per team, and then we're going to do a 50% payback to the winning teams, as well as a few extra prizes that we have lined out for you. This will be Saturday late afternoon of the first day. Obviously, Saturday being the first day of the events. It will be Saturday afternoon. We again, the number will be limited of teams that we can take for registration based off of time slots and getting the event done with the amount of head-to-head rounds that we're going to be doing. So all these, there's going to be a few things that are fluid as far as day of, but for the most part, the qualifying rounds are as they are. You have to compete in an open division, an individual division, in order to be able to compete in the team event. The team event is an extra, is an add-on. You can't just show up to the event just wanting to compete in the team portion of it. Okay, so you have to have competed in an individual division to be able to qualify for the team portion of it. For the most part, that's the format on the 2-day, the full format events. Again, the novelty, the TAC events will be modified format, where it's just head-to-head, just scoring for time, and then we'll take the best times and do a shoot-off Saturday, late afternoon, early evening. If you have questions, message me. Registration is open right now for the full format events. The TAC event will be, that registration will be open shortly. There's one more thing we're going to be announcing soon, and I'm not going to tell you now, but it's going to be another event that we have, just one event lined out like this summer. Still the same feel of what we're doing, but we're excited to announce something new, so we'll be announcing that video here soon. Again, if you have any other questions, Phil at No Limits Archery, message me. Otherwise, look forward to seeing you at one of the qualifiers for one of the TAC events.